5 seconds. Ready, start. We have given notice of an amendment full stop. Even if you want to continue the existing provision, you could provide for an exception saying that the journalists must not be required to disclose the source of information full stop. It is not a question of just the newspaper people and the public being apprehensive over these things full stop. Here is a provision which has been expressly, but there of course you can say that eminent journalists will be there on the council and that we can expect the leaders of the newspaper world who can be expected to be elected to this council to pay proper heed to the professional standards, but it will be better if you were to put an express provision in the bill itself full stop. Now the newspapers reflect political opinion of the country and there are bound to be sharp differences and however much we may try it may not be always possible to keep within the limits full stop. By this provision, you are giving them a handle to force an uninviting journalist or somebody holding a different view to disclose the source of information that is not called for coming to the other journal powers of the press council full stop. It is true as mentioned by the honorable minister himself that the powers granted to this body are far more and go far beyond the powers granted to the British Press Council in the particular statute full stop. I quite follow that the penal provisions therein have not been called as full stop. As the minister himself made it clear, it is just a sanction full stop. The body to be created will enable the profession and the industry to regulate themselves full stop. It is some sort of a voluntary thing which is there full stop. A sanction will have it own way, but then there is this power to summon witnesses, and as I have already mentioned, requiring them to produce documents and other things full stop. When you give all these powers, at least some of us feel that in the present set up in our country, these powers are a little excessive full stop. They are not called for in the present conditions existing in our newspaper world full stop. Some of these powers have not been found necessary to be given to the British Council with such powers full stop. It will be a rather hasty experiment to make in entrusting our press council with these things full stop. The question of censor is there. After all, we want our journalists and our newspaper men to voluntarily enforce a conduct and try to improve their standards of journalism, which will always be in their own interest. Full stop. Over.